Alright ladies, have you ever wondered how to love a man? I know it seems like a strange question, right? Like many times I get comments on my videos like, who cares what men think, feel, or want? And I always ponder, imagine if you closing your eyes to information that can make you a better daughter, sister, or wife to the man in your life. Because I don't know about you, but I'm always interested in learning about women's psychology because it has strengthened my connection with the ones that surround me. My name is Ismael Gomez. I'm a coach, writer, and speaker. And I hope that if you want to transform your love life today, you stop multitasking and give me your full attention, because I will teach you how to love a man and build a secure attachment relationship. And if you've heard of this term before, be ready to learn a new few concepts as well. Okay, so let's begin. Chapter 1: Love and Ego. When it comes to secure attachment, ladies, I want you to think about connection and lightness. Like, let me show you with my hands, okay? Instead of this overwhelming grasp, okay, intensity, like, oh my God, I love this person so much. And maybe one hand now feels a bit suffocated and is pulling away, and you try to grab it like, wait, come back, you mean everything to me, and that becomes possession. Connection and lightness is this slow and constant flow of enjoying each other's presence, okay, without your ego getting involved. It allows space and freedom because you're not focused on what you're receiving, but rather on the bond that you both share. Imagine if you're dancing with a man, okay, and you're constantly paying attention to his movements instead of enjoying the music with him. I know this sounds a bit poetic and abstract, but stay with me now because I'll get more specific as we continue. So as I said, lightness and secure attachment comes from loving authentically without your ego being involved. Therefore, pay attention to this list that I'll share with you now because it would apply to you and the man you choose. Here's the difference between ego love and authentic love. Ego love says, I love you based on how you make me feel. Authentic love says, I love you for being you, not for what you give me. Ego love attempts to fix, control, or change. Authentic love honors flaws, self-expression, and freedom. Ego love projects unhealed trauma and insecurities. Authentic love owns triggers, apologizes, and takes responsibility. Now, as you read this list, I'm sure that all of you think, oh well, Ismael, yes, I love authentically without my ego being involved. But think about this. How many times have you tried to change a man, okay? Control his behavior, project your insecurities onto him, afraid that maybe he will cheat, that he will leave one day. And let me give you a quick example, okay? I had a client that was dating this guy and he preferred texting over talking on the phone. Now, she wanted to talk to him for a few minutes every night, but he was busy with work and he preferred to, text back and forth. So what does loving authentically look like in this instance? Remember how we said that ego love attempts to fix, control, or change? So I told her, look, you have two options here. Number one, you express how much it matters to you to speak for a few minutes a night to see if he's willing to compromise. If he doesn't, and this is important to you, then you find someone who prefers talking over texting. Simple as that. Otherwise, you'll be texting every night, being upset, overthinking, anxious because you're not being authentic to the way that you prefer to communicate in your relationship. And the second option is, you're the one who compromises and texts instead of calling, and you learn to be okay with it. And here's the thing, if you choose the second option, okay, you have to be willing to not think about it again. You don't try to change his behavior, you let it go and move on. Again, secure and lightness is removing the weight on your shoulders of thinking every day, I wish I could change this thing about him. An insecure man will keep you around even when he has no plans to build a future with you. Understand that your attention is priceless, and when you give it to someone, they get validated. It feeds their ego. They will not think, look how much this woman cares about me, but rather, look how important I am to this woman. So instead of letting you go, find someone that appreciates you. They want to keep you hooked, so you can keep boosting their self-importance. Chapter number 2: Looking for love outside of yourself. When it comes to love, this is how most women describe it to me. Ismael, I love the way that he makes me feel. We have such intense chemistry and attraction. But it's important to understand that these feelings belong to you, okay? Not him. You experience them within yourself. When you attach the feeling of love to a man and then feel misery when he's not around, something outside of yourself is controlling your inner state and emotions. And here's an analogy that I often use. Imagine your favorite comedian, okay, who tells the best jokes that you enjoy. When the comedian leaves the stage, do you feel sad, depressed, or like you can't laugh again until he returns? Probably not, right? Because you know how to find joy and laughter on your own. In a relationship, it's crucial to remember that love and happiness come from within. You have the ability to generate these feelings independently. Relying on another person for emotional fulfillment gives away your power and makes you vulnerable to suffering when he's not around. Because ladies, understand this. Most times when you're chasing a man, trying to get him back, trying to make him love you, what you're doing is chasing the feeling that he gives you. It's like you're thirsty, chasing him for water because you haven't found the river inside you. Chapter 3. Identifying secure men. And for the last point of this video, another essential step in all of this is learning to choose a secure man to build a relationship with. Because it doesn't matter how secure you feel within yourself, being next to an insecure man will slowly consume you. So you want to make sure that you pick someone who mirrors your emotional stability. So if you're still watching this video, okay ladies, not multitasking, here are 5 signs to watch for. Number 1. Honest communication. Secure men are comfortable expressing their feelings openly and honestly. They can have vulnerable conversations and don't shy away from discussing sensitive topics. Number 2. Healthy independence. Secure men have fulfilling lives outside of the relationship. This doesn't mean that they're not interested in spending time with you, but it shows that they're well-rounded individuals and they also promote that level of independence for you and your own life. Number 3. Respectful boundaries. Secure men won't pressure you into intimacy or make unreasonable demands. I often hear from women who feel suffocated by partners who constantly check in on them or they always get jealous of their friendships. A secure man respects your need for time alone and trusts you to manage your own social life. Number 4. Supportive and encouraging. A secure man is your biggest cheerleader. He celebrates your successes and wants you to pursue your dreams without fearing that your achievements will overshadow his or threaten his sense of self-worth. And number 5. Open to growth. Secure men are open to self-improvement and growth within the relationship. They don't take you for granted, but instead actively seek ways to enhance themselves and the partnership. Look for a man who consistently demonstrates these qualities, not someone who just puts on a good show initially. By identifying a secure man from the start, you increase your chances of building a loving and fulfilling relationship. Alright ladies, there you have it. And if you're interested in learning more about secure attachment, I suggest you to read the book Attached: The New Science of Adult Attachment and how it can help you find and keep love. As always, if you have any questions, just let me know in the comments. Thanks for subscribing to my channel. I'm glad that you chose me to learn about self-love, dating, and relationship dynamics because like I always say, for your relationships to change, you need to change. Have a beautiful day.